Hello everybody and welcome back to Star Citizen. Let's get my butt out of bed and get going. Oh, you know that feeling. Yeah, I'm rocking some new jammies today. I'm dealing with a medium armor and, good news is that they fixed the marble bug, otherwise known as the ping pong bug. So I could actually do a video on armor now and not have to worry about things. So let's just do a little quick rundown. Yeah. This is not really good for light. Let's see if I can jump back just a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. I like this armor. Yeah, as you can tell, I was hanging out at the desert planet with my peeps, and it helps to fit in. The only thing I don't like about this character is the dirty napkin that he wears as a cape. You know, I like the idea of fabric being indoctrinated into the outfit, but in general, this is just not really my deal. This is, and it sorts through in a lot of weird areas. You could tell this is the first iteration of clothing. And there's going to be a lot of changes put onto it. I'm going to definitely dig this kind of look in the future when they have more options. For right now, I don't think I'm going to stick with this one. So I got a treat for you guys today. We're going to be hanging out at Grimhex. And I want to show you two things that surprisingly aren't as widely known as I thought they were. So I just want to show you really quickly in a video what I'm going to be talking about and how to get to it. And essentially this is going to be two alternative entrances into Grimhex. Now, one of them a lot of people already do know about, and there was another one that was much less well known. As a matter of fact, I didn't even really know about it myself until like roughly around the end of like 2.6. So let's get in here and let's show you what I'm talking about. And oh my goodness, I cannot see anything. There we go. Oh, this is another thing I'll show you later on. This is actually going to have a lot of significance in future updates. How future? I don't know. That's going to be to be determined, basically, but this is going to be very important. This is where the big ships are going to be docking in Grimhex. Because if you notice, a lot of like the Caterpillar and I believe the Starfarer can't dock here at this point. That's how they're going to be doing it in the future, is through these giant hangars that are located in the base of Grimhex itself. Now, I'm going to reposition myself, because this is going to be very important. Okay, so this is what I consider to be facing the front of Grimhex. No, wait a minute, this is what I consider to be facing the front of Grimhex. Because that's the station proper right there ahead of us. That's where you go into it. You see, there's the open areas. Man, the light on this thing, on the Gladius, is actually really nice. So let's back up a little bit, because what I'm basically going to be showing you is going to be located over here, and located over in this direction here. So I just wanted to give you this as an orientation point for you to go by. So when you come here itself, you can kind of set yourself up in a position, and then move to these other two areas from there. Now, I'm going to show you this one right here first, because this is the better known of the two. And like I was saying, these are alternative ways of getting into Grimhex. So yeah, let's, I was just about to boast on how easy it is to see. There it is, that's it. Now let me position a little better, because these asteroids are right in the way. I wish I got here during the daytime because I could show you a little better, but this is just, when you're facing Grimhex the way I was showing you before, this is on the left side. So let me turn the light off. Yeah, it's pretty well illuminated, especially during the daytime. It's very easy to see. Let's turn this back on. And what this is a side entrance into Grimhex itself. Now I'm going to show you, well, let's just get out and I'll just show you right now. I'm going to show you how to get into the station from here and where it leads to. And then basically I'm going to show you the other one. Now, back in the day, Grimhex was literally a punishment to be sent to. I mean, like, if you were a criminal, oh, that was creepy. But if you were a criminal and you were killed or you respawned and you had a criminal status to any degree, you would spawn here at Grimhex. And like I said, this was a punishment. Because it wasn't an armistice zone there, and like this was the place where griefers would just sit there and camp out the landing pads, shoot you on your way out, or shoot you at just as you were getting into your ship. And it was just kind of a nightmare. And the idea, too, is to get rid of that criminal status, you had to get into your ship, head over to Correa, which was generally another nightmare to deal with, because that was like the PvP area that everybody was hanging out at. And if you showed up, they would just shoot you on sight. So getting in there and getting rid of the criminal status was just as much of a pain in the butt as it was trying to get out of Grimhex itself. And it was just awful. Like, a lot of times, and that was the funny thing too, is persistence didn't work back then the way it does right now. As a matter of fact, persistence, it didn't really persist at all to any real degree. What would happen is your criminal status would go away, but it took a long time for it to happen. And if you got out of the game, if you logged off and then came back in, you would still be a criminal. Like, hey, open up. So I was kind of babbling, but it's pretty much a straight shot when you come to this area. You just kind of float straight up to the platform. You look to the right, and then there's this. And I'll show you where this leads back into the core of the ship itself. And it's going to skip that little door over there. We're going to keep going this way. And this is where you find your buddy. This is where one of the quest givers is located. There he is.
This terminal is experiencing technical difficulties.
Sorry to hear, buddy.
Apologize for any inconvenience.
Give Emperor Palpatine my regards. Okay, hopefully that wasn't a little bit too much of a side trip. But that's essentially where you're going to find that guy. And you just keep traveling forward, and you're going to get out into the core, I believe is what they call this area. So, and now we're here. And to get back, it's really kind of easy. There's that little arrow pointing down. And this is it. And up here is the hab areas, and like right there where I'm pointing, that's where you buy components. And here's the elevators that you take down to where you go spawn the ships. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to grab the ship again, and then I'm going to show you the other entrance. And then at the very end of the video, I'm going to show you... Hey, buddy, you better left my ship alone. I'm going to show you one other little thing. It's not related to entrances, but it is kind of a neat little thing. So let's go ahead on the way down again. Let's go back out. And I'm not doing any cuts. I'm just showing you the whole trip. It's in its entirety, so you don't get lost in case you want to recreate these steps on your own. And we're... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa there, pal. Calm your jets. It just shot me kind of forward with a little bit more force than I wanted. But we're now back in 0G, and all you do is just head straight down to the floor area. And man, I'll tell you, when I first found this area, when I first got into Grimhex, like way back in the 2.0 build, or 2.6, I stumbled upon this area almost first, and I was so lost. I mean, it just felt like it just went on forever. So when you come to the end, you're going to find basically you can go left, you can go right. It really doesn't matter. I came in this direction, so I'm going to leave in this direction. Just to give you the full tour. Come on, let's move it. Hit them jets. We got things to do. We got some busy people that have lives to get back to, so let's show them this other area. And like I said, this is the better known of the two areas. And it was a lot more important in the 2.6 build, because essentially if somebody was camping your ship out and they were going to fire at you the minute you left and try to get on the landing pads, you would have to leave via one of these two other areas and then go hunt the guy down. And that was like your only choice at that point. So let's get back in here. Into my lovely Gladius, which I absolutely love. I was checking it out today, and this thing comes stock with all military components, which, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so here we are, and we're back. And I'm going to reorientate myself once again, facing towards the front of Grimhex. Let's turn the light on again here. There we go. Ooh, that illuminates pretty good. I like that. So what we're going to be doing this time is heading towards the right. Over in this direction. And what we're looking for is right over the lip here. Luckily, we don't have to really go too far at all. Let's see. Yeah, just gonna strafe here. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Now, this broken piece over here to the left is labeled 01, and I'll swing around a little bit here to the left and show you what I'm talking about. It's over there. Now I'm going to get a little closer and turn a little bit more. See, there I go. You get a little bit of a better view there. That's 01. And the other one we're going to be looking at over here is 02. That's right over here in this section. And 02 is the one we're going to be heading inside. 01 is almost completely closed off. Well, it's not almost, it is. So what we're going to do is stop right here. And we're going to get out. And if anybody messes with the ship, I don't really care at this point. Just kidding, Gladius. I love you. I don't want anybody messing with you. But, you know, if something happens, it happens. This is for the sake of science. Okay, so let's kind of... I love the way the cape looks here in 0G. They do a good job with that. But we're going to go in like this because it's a little easier for me to orientate myself and to get to where we're going to go. And we'll just kind of ease in. Sometimes I have a tricky time with this, but this is kind of going really smoothly, and ideally I'm probably going to faceplant pretty hard when I get to the end of this, so bear with me. And this is the airlock. This leads right back into the station. Yeah, alright, depressurized for my convenience. Oh, we even we even made the entry pretty uneventless. Eventless? That's not a word. And we're back inside, and I'll show you exactly where this leads, and you'll recognize it in a second here. Let's see. Yeah, so you should recognize this place now. This is generally where you come in from the front entrance. See, like that is the alternative entrance where you'd be coming up the stairs, and this over here is the entrance from the upper platforms. And if you look over here, these are the elevators going down. So from this position, I want to show you just one more thing, and we have to go down the stairs into the core to show it to you. But yeah, that's a neat little alternate entrance, and it's not that big a deal right now, but I think when they get rid of the Armistice Zone, that's going to be a huge deal. And like, imagine if you're being like chased by bounty hunters or another player or something, and you just want to have a way to get out quick. That's what that's going to be. It'll be even cooler when you can get on comms and talk to one of your friends and say, meet me at, you know, Tube 2, and have a ship waiting for you when you're leaving. Now, this is the only other thing I wanted to show. Now, this area here, you used to be able to take a running start and ram right through this collision, and hats off to Elijah Rockseeker, because he's the one who tipped me off to this. Now, if you go just beyond this section, there's a series of elevators that leads down into what's going to be the larger hangars that are going to be associated with Grimhex. And that's going to be the way you get to them. So in the future, when larger hangars becomes a thing, that's going to be the entrance you're going to be using to get to them. So ideally, I just wanted to do a quick little video. I wanted to show you the two alternative entrances into Grimhex. They're neat little things to play around with. It's going to be good information to have eventually. Right now, not super necessary to your survival, but every little bit of information that you can add to your arsenal is only going to help you in the long run. Thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Star Citizen, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye, everybody.